the heck am I? I don't recognize this smell. Ugh. This air is way too pure for my tastes. I feel... Where's Thief and the old man? Looks like it's BL's to the rescue. Come on out. It's useless to hide from a fiend.
A fiend? A real demon?
Well, just look at all of you crawling out of the woodwork.
You really are. What are demons doing in Forestland?
Huh? We're in Forestland?
Wow, this is awesome! I've never seen a demon before!
You think this is a safari? Surround them! We can't just stand by and let these filthy demons invade our home!
Oh boy, not this again. Doesn't matter. If it's a fight you want, I'll give you one.
Watch out! Touches you first.
Carrying that heavy guy? Typical Forestland army goon.
No! He touched me! It's all over! This is the end for me!
Quit your whining! We can't let these despicable monsters corrupt our home!
Say that again, you little...
Wait, Prince!
Old man! Thief!
Looks like you ran a little wild.
Ha! That'll teach him to mess with the Fiend Prince.
I say they could do with more punishment.
Please, I beg you, forgive them.
And who are you?
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Longo, their commander.
He helped me and Thief when we washed ashore. We owe him.
Huh.
My apologies for my youthful comrade's rudeness, Prince Beelzebub.
Longo, how can you bow your head to a demon?
That's enough, Udo. Your disrespect toward our guests beggars belief.
Guess? You mean these demons? You're not thinking of recruiting them to the Resistance?
The Resistance?
Come, let us discuss this further on the way. My sincere apologies, Mr. Beelzebub. Many in Forestland fear demons, I'm afraid.
Don't worry about it. That's nothing new. At least that was sort of fun. Nice! One down. Can't believe all this greenery exists right next to Sandland.
Said it. It's not like they're that far from each other.
It must come down to the climate. More than anything, all the rain you get here makes a huge difference.
You guys are Anne's resistor buddies, right? Those Forestland Army creeps kidnapped her.
Yes, Mr. Owl and Mr. Thief told me as much. Our scouts are monitoring Rosetta's tank brigade to try to determine the princess's location. Once they discover where she was taken, we will devote all our forces to the task of freeing her.
The Forestland Army's no joke, down to the lowest grunt.
Their soldiers must undergo extensive training. Though I'd argue that for the most part, the Royal Army is just too complacent.
Did you know you can see the ocean from the edge of Forestland?
I guess I did wash up by the sea. Yeah. Didn't really think to take it in then. The sea sure is huge. Sure looks sturdy, but I bet I can break it with enough force.
Something's been on my mind for a while. Don't you get bitten by insects dressed like that?
Yeah, I do. So?
Nothing. If it doesn't bother you, then never mind. By the way, who are you exactly? You seem to be very well informed.
I'm someone who failed to protect his kind and just king in his time of need. The most I managed to do for him was flee with his young, innocent daughter. Just a feeble old man, really.
I've been wondering. Coups don't happen out of the blue. Pulling one off requires careful planning. Were there no signs?
No. They may have had their differences, but Bread always held deep respect for King Jam.
What exactly was Bread hoping to achieve through his coup d'etat? And thought he just wanted to seize more territory for forest land. But is that really?
Yeah, that's something the four of us would like to know more about, too!
The swimmers? What are you doing here?
What was that about how you'd never join forces with us?
Or that line about how we'd never meet again, hmm?
You pipe down! Are you gonna turn down a request from an old comrade?
Huh? So this old man was in your band of thieves?
No! I was in the rebel army!
You mean to tell me you're that Longo?
That's correct, General Shiva.
I know how formidable an enemy you make. I'm glad to have you as an ally instead.
The reason he was so strong is because he had us swimmers on his side!
Papa, your face is all red.
You keep quiet, Sonny! Now, tell us what
His goal is to gather up the last 5 extant Aquanium capsules in the world, and use them to restart Garum, the Flying Fortress.
The Flying Fortress?
The former Peachy after being modified for battle, it's said to have been the world's most powerful warship. It's unclear how much of this is true. But rumor has it that it took only 3 days for its terrible weapon. The world...
So, it's better than even Zayu's fortress?
Without a doubt. If its capabilities require...
What will they do if they ever manage to get it?
Well, Bread will have the power.
To hell with that! After breaking free of one oppressor, I'm not bending to another!
I share that sentiment, which is why...
Longo!
Excuse me, it seems I have urgent... I will probably be occupied for some time.
We'll take you up on that. We're awful tired from swimming here.
Let's make the rounds of the camp. We should take the chance to gather whatever...
All right.
Thank you.
Here we go. No,
What a...
Well,
if you're...
I'm a everyone.
And that's... Why?
What about from... Okay.
Don't get
Are you a...
Okay, by the way,
Well, Udo said I have a hard time.
so it's...
Bien, where's Longo?
What's wrong?
We found the prince.
What?
Heard that, Prince? Let's go.
Sure. You said...
Yes. Rosetta's tank brigade has... The Resistance will set out in pursuit with all possible haste. If you're willing to lend us a hand, please head to the base as well. Yep.
Hey, old man, any tips for fighting in bots?
I wouldn't call this some big secret, but predicting your opponent's next move will give you an advantage.
Like reading their mind?
Nothing so fancy. It's more about noticing patterns, guessing intentions, that sort of thing.
Sounds complicated. But I'll give it a try next time. Take that! Take that! Does everybody in Forestland have bots or something?
I seriously doubt that. Bots are expensive to buy and maintain.
Take that!
The topography here has some pretty intense verticality.
Watch your step, or you're gonna end up tumbling down.
Come on! I'm not that clumsy. Look at those forest soldiers hanging around over there.
We don't want to be seen. That said, we can't always evade them.
Great! Charging right at them is more my style! Whoa! Nice to have actual roads after Sandland's dirt tracks.
That's because they're well looked after.
well-defined routes make for easy ambushes.
Soldiers pass through here, but they haven't found Trick Camp?
It's surrounded by cliffs and thick vegetation, so it's hard to see and easy to defend.
They put a lot of thought into their location, huh?
Lots of sharp turns on these mountains.
If you're going to use a bot, please drive slowly.
Hey, if we fall, we'll just deal with it. At least that was sort of fun. Whoop!
Arslan soldiers are pretty tough. I bet they train on the assumption that war could break out at any moment. That mindset alone might explain the difference in strength between them and the Royal Army.
Gotta.
What's the situation?
Supreme Commander.
We believe he's there.
A missing princess.
What happens if he does?
She'll become a figurehead either way.
Then we have to get the princess back.
The base has been on high alert since we stand no chance. Mr. Rao.
Simple. Divide and conquer. We have the bulk of our forces.
I was thinking but who to choose for the stealth opera?
You want a crack squad?
Yeah, for swimmy.
We don't have time to argue. Mr. Rao, will you command the infiltration team?
Of course.
Ha!
Lango chose Shiva, not you.
And not you either.
We can't delay a moment longer. It's Udo, Horto. Stir up a racket to draw the enemy's attention.
Yes, sir! I thought for sure we'd get the starring role this time.
We're heading out.